Hi guys, as you can see today, looking at this chart, what we're doing today is US oil. What I do every day is US oil. You can see by looking at this, you can see that I missed an opportunity right here. This is where my opportunity would have arose. Here, I would have taken a buy, and I would have taken out. What's that? That's 19 points, and it's gone up 24. So I would have been out. I would have taken this one here, this candle, and I would have rode it up to about 20. So that's just a 1-to-1. That's all I was looking for, a TP of 1-to-1. That's mainly what I do. I don't go for 1-to-8s, 1-to-5s, one all of that. I don't do it. I've done it before. It's fine. It works, but it doesn't work as well. We're looking at long runs. We're looking at getting profitable. We're looking at making a living, just trying to make this thing work. So I'm still in the game. It still works. Yeah, fair enough. I'm showing you this as demonstrational purposes only. As you can see, this is a demo account, but the strategy works, and we're just here to educate ourselves and make sure that we do not lose any money. Right, like I said, this here would have been a good trade, but I missed the opportunity. If anyone out there can tell me, because let me just show you what I've got here. If you go into, I think it's tools and options, enable push. I've got a push feature. If I press this, I test it. It sends a push notification, right? It's supposed to send a push notification to my phone. But what happens is, look, see, it just sent it now. So that took maybe about 30 seconds to come through. Before, it used to come through immediately. But I don't know what's happening with these Android phones or whatever, but it seems to not give it priority anymore. So I it's unfair because when I get a notification, I don't get it on time, and it's very important. It's actually necessary that I get it immediately. As soon as I get that notification on my machine, I should get it immediately. I need it because that will enable me to rush to the screen and make that trade, because sometimes it's very quick. When we get a notification, almost immediately it will go in the favor of that notification. For example, if I get a buy notification, which I would have got here, I would have got a buy notification here, and if it prompted me, if I wasn't near the screen on my Android, I would have jumped in here. This would have given me some time. This is 5 minute chart, and then it would have went up for me in my favor. But if it's slow, if it doesn't give me that notification immediately, you have to just keep glancing at the screen, which sometimes is a wind up. Sometimes you're not there. Most of the time, let me tell you the truth, most of the time you're not there. You're somewhere else. You're doing something else, getting something to eat, getting a drink, going toilet, on the phone. You're doing something else. And then it's almost like it knows that, oh, he's away from let's do it now. It's just weird. I'm telling you, trading is very strange. But anyway, if anyone knows how to make this a priority, that when you get a notification from MetaTrader, it comes immediately like it used to do, not waiting in queues and stuff, because they've made these phones kind of more efficient. They've made them more efficient, and because they've made them more efficient, they have become less efficient and less specific. And like I said, I want to be able to put this as a priority, and I can't. I've tried everything at the moment, restarted the phone, updated the software, gone into prioritizing in the settings. It just doesn't work. So if anyone knows how to make it priority, or if anyone knows how to do it, just let me know, because it used to work perfectly, but now it don't. Anyway, back to this chart. Like I said, this trade was missed, but if we got the trade, we would have come in here on this trade here, on this here, and then we would have come out already. We would have come out. Some people will stay in for a 1-to-1. It might go up. It might go up to these peaks. This peak here, maybe. But me, I would have been out by now. Just showing you. This is an hours chart. This is the hourly chart here, and it's showing us a downward trend. Look at that's a massive downward trend on the hourly chart. This is since what's that? 15th of January, etc. About that. What's that? Yeah, the 15th. Is that the 15th? Yeah, it's been a massive downward trend. And this is, I'm not going to get into politics or anything, but I don't really look at news and fundamentals too much. I look at them briefly, but the way I do it, I just keep everything simple because the news is cool. And yes, it does affect the markets, but you do not know how it affects the market until it affects the market. For example, if there was an inauguration and a president was put into power, you can assume that there will be a market movement, but you cannot assume where the market will go. But if you didn't know anything, what was going on, inaugurations, etc., etc., but you looked at the chart and then looked at the trend, you can see that whatever happened around this time, it has affected the market negatively, the US oil market negatively, and you can see that it's going down, and that's where the trend is. Do you see what I mean? So I kind of react to the trend. I don't try and guess the trend because that's where you get it all wrong. Yeah, most people say yeah, it will go up, and you just take a punt and try and make it go up or follow it up, but it doesn't go up. Or you do the other thing and it goes down and it doesn't go down. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't, but I'm reactive. That's how I do it. That's how I've done it, and it seems to work. And don't get me wrong, nothing's completely nothing is completely safe. So that's why I kind of get in and get out. As you can see, looking at the trade again, look, we would have got in at buy here, and I mean, you could stay in. I would have been out. Some people would have, what do you call it? You would have taken bits out. Just take a chunk out and leave some in. You can do that too. But me, I would have been out by now. Even if the trend was an upward trend, because I see this as almost like taking cookies out of a hot oven. Yeah, they're there, you can get them, but you can't get all of them because imagine you have no oven gloves. There's cookies in an oven, right? And they are hot. The oven's hot and you want the cookies. They're there. You can open, you can get them, but if you put your hand in there, you have to be quick. You have to be quick and you can't be greedy. You just open the oven, snatch a cookie, and leave. You'll get a bit warm, but you won't burn. Now, if you wanted to take 3 cookies, yeah, your hand will be in there longer. And you'll put your hand in there, try and take the 3 cookies now, and your hand will burn. Your hand will actually burn. That's it. That's a loss. You've learned. You've learned your lesson not to keep your hand in there too long. But that's just being greedy, really, because you don't really need 3 cookies. One's enough. So it's in and out, stick and move, stick and move. That's how we do it. That's the only way I've known how to do this. I've tried all these 3-and-1s. I've tried it. It don't work for me. It works for a bit and you get happy, but then it don't work and you get sad. And I'm not interested in being happy or sad. I'm interested in making some moves. So as I said, we've got a decent upward trend going on here. It's just a little mini upward trend, but I would have been out already, like I keep saying to you. But if you wanted to stay in, you can stay in. We'll be in the trade right now. Anyway, let me just show you this chart. As you can see, looking at the chart, you have red and white candles like that. Then you've got these dark blue candles. Let me just go in a bit. Dark blue candles, and you've got dark red candles. You can't really see them at the moment. Let's look. Dark red candles. You see these ones here? Dark red, dark blue, dark blue, dark red. Right. This is what I would call momentum candles. These are the candles which will give us an insight to what way the market is leaning towards. I'm not going to say it's 100% going to go there, but more than likely it will. Like, let me just go back a bit just to show you. This is the 5 minute chart I'm looking at, just to let you see what's going on. Right, look at this momentum. Let's start at, I don't know, keep going. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's have a look. Just stop here. That's 9:30. That's no good. It's got to be 8, about 7, 8 o'clock, like AM. Right. So now this is an AM. This is 7:35. Anything after 8 o'clock, we look at. Right. So now after 8 o'clock, we've got here. This is 8 o'clock. We get a dark blue candle. Where is it gone now? Where's it gone? Here we go. We get a dark blue candle here, which is telling us it's going up. So you could put a trade in here, but if you put a trade in here and put it's depending on where you put your stop loss now, will depend on whether you get a trade, a good trade or not. Right. Now let me tell you the trick about this, where to put your stop loss. Let's see, this is 10 points. I've got a kind of 30-point stop loss. I will, if it's like a small candle like this, I have a 30-point stop loss. It may not have worked this time. I'm not going to say, yeah, look, see, I would have put it at 30 points, which is about here. But because it's around here, I probably would have put my stop here. But I'm not going to put a stop unless I'm leaving for a minute. I will put a mental stop. I'm just going to put it here. I don't want it registered in their system. So I'll put a stop here. If it goes even around here, I'll still be a bit dubious. You see these lines here? If it starts messing around and not respecting these moving averages, I'm going to get a bit wary. But anyway, you would have put a buy in for here, 30-point stop loss, and waited and seen. This would have been a hairy trade, to be quite honest. So it would have went down, and then this nice candle would have come up, right? And because it's gone over these moving averages, I would have felt a bit better. And then you wait, and then you would have got your 1-to-1 on this. A 1-to-1 would have been 30 points. So, but I wouldn't have gone to 30 points. Being honest, I wouldn't have taken 30 points. I probably would have taken, let's see, from here, I probably would have taken 20 points from here. Even though it's there, look, it's all there. It keeps going up. Look, there's 70 points on the table. It's all there. But I probably would have took 20, 20, 25, 20 points because I don't really like staying in the market too long. I just don't like it. Experience has showed me that staying in the market is it's just long. It takes long, and it's not that profitable in the long run. That is my opinion. That's how I do it. People cook differently. Some people say, oh, no, I don't like it unless it's got ample salt and butter in it. Some people say I can't cook with salt and butter. It's up to you how you do it. You have to find your own personality in this thing. As long as you get the actual, you get the, I don't know, you get the essence. As long as you get the essence of trading, yeah. Once you get the essence, you have to. I'm telling you, you have to put your own spin on it. You can't just say, you know what, oh, he does it this way, let me do it that way. No, you don't walk the same. You don't talk the same as this dude. You have to do it your way. Once you find that, then you can see you will be way more confident. It's almost like, it's almost like, I don't know how you would say it's you just got to find your own way, to be quite honest. You got to find your own way. So like I said, I do it this way, even though there's a load of money on the table. That's 80 points, right? But I'm only going to take 20. That's what I do, right? I've done it the other way. It don't work for me. Anyway, that's that trade. Let's have a look. Let's look at, have another look. The next day, this is 9 o'clock. Let's look. It's 8 o'clock. Because don't get me wrong, it don't always work. Don't always work. Right. Here we go. After 8 o'clock, this is 8 o'clock here. This is 8 o'clock. We get a sell signal, which is, this one's actually beautiful. There's a sell signal here. 18 points. That's nice, right? You're looking for 18. Take your 18. Look, it goes down to 27, but if you take your 18, you're safe. And to be quite honest, I will pay homage. I would probably take 15 because you have to, there's a couple of pips to get in. I always put that in as well. So I'll take 15. It's fine. That's a quick trade. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Well, actually, it's not that quick. Half an hour. That's not a quick trade. But it's there. That's a good trade. That would be a nice trade, right? You've got another one here. There's a buy signal indicated by the dark candle. This is at 9:20. This one, I wouldn't have taken it myself because I would have already taken this one here and I would have been fine. 18 points is more than enough for me, right? But if you were to go on this one, it still would have worked because it doesn't go to your favor immediately. And I don't like that. I don't like the fact that it doesn't go to your favor immediately. It puts you in a negative 37, 38 points. Probably would have put your stop, your mental stop around here, 45 points. That's rich for me. But look at this. It goes way into your favor and it just keeps trending that day. That day is a trend. That's one thing that I do not know as well. One thing which I would love to know is if there is any indications of a trend, like a mini trend, like we just saw just there on the screen here. You see this trend here? If there is any way of actually figuring out whether there's a mini trade coming or not, that may be a massive. Actually, it is a. If I could find out, that's a massive. Just an indication. I'm not saying it has to be true because that part I just have no idea. Maybe that's where the fundamentals come in. Do you see what I mean? Maybe where the news and stuff, because I don't really follow the news, but maybe that, like, for example, they say, oh, because X or Y is coming out, the news of X and Y is coming out, there's possibly going to be a trend because the last 8 times it came out, there was a mini trend. If anyone's got that information, if we put this together, it's a dream because then we can quite confidently, once we get something like this, we can say that is a decent indication going up. Let's stay in. Like, for example, if it goes up here, we could say, let's stay in and see how it goes. Do you see what I mean? Right. Um, so these two trades would have been good. This first one would have been brilliant, but this one here would have been, for me, a bit hairy because I don't like it when it goes down and then it goes up, but it does happen. Right, let's just check another one because there's all these ones and they don't always work. And like I said, I kind of deal from about 8 till 12, 8 a.m. till 12 p.m. GMT. That's my kind of time to do it. That's how I do it. You can do it a different way, but that's how I do it. Now let's see. This a loss? 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Right. I don't know if I would have went for that one to be quite honest. But if I did, we would have lost it. But the reason why I wouldn't have gone for it, to be quite honest, I'm just actually looking at it, is because it's been going down already. and it's like it's at the end. As far as I'm concerned, this is the end of a little mini whatever. I wouldn't have done that. Yeah, but even so, you still can win out of it. Look, there's still some points on the table. What's that? It's not really much, is it? It's 30 points up. I mean, it could work. This would have worked, but I wouldn't have done it. And can you see the conflicting signals? You got one signal going down, right? Let's just say we got one signal going down. We put our 30-point stop loss around here, but because it's so close, it would be like 33 points, as you can see, and you'd be waiting all day, and you would get your trade. You would get it, right? But if you look, it's got so many conflicting trade signals. There's one conflicting trade signal here, so you would have been a bit perplexed. But I'll explain it in a minute. And then you've got another one going the other way. That's good. This one's good. Then it goes up. It gives you another conflicting signal. And then it gives you another conflicting signal. But then it goes completely drops right out of it. And then it gives you another one. This is at almost midday, right? But it hasn't broke this peak yet. You see what I mean? See this peak here? It hasn't broke it. So you would be very wary of this trade, but it's still there. Now, if this came up higher than this, then you're in big trouble. But it done it. It gave us a little spiky um, candle, showing that there's a lot of resistance around this area. And then look, the bottom drops out of it. You get your money. This one here was a long trade, as far as I'm concerned. That's it's like 3 hours or so. 3 hours sitting and watching a computer screen is a long one for me anyway. So you kind of have to do it, but you do it in a way where you would probably just be in and out. You'll put a solid stop here. You'll put a solid stop, like an actual registered stop, and you'll be looking in and out with your hand on the trigger just in case. You will get your money here, but let me tell you, like I said, let me tell you about these conflicting buy signals. This buy signal here, right? Do you see how this um moving average? It's kind of like it thwarted it. If you look, hold on, where is it? It's December 31, 8:15. December 31, 8:15. Can you see how? Just going a bit further, closer. Can you see? Look how this is controlling it. It's like it doesn't want to go above it. You see that? Look, it doesn't go above this moving average. So I would have seen this. I would have got a bit apprehensive, but I would have also seen that it's capped it. It's almost like it's capped it here. And then the next immediate candle just it drops right out. That would have given me a bit more confidence. And then this one here as well. Look at this massive wick. Look at that. It doesn't want to go up. It don't want to go up any further. But I've seen it do that and then go the other way. So this is not every trade. But this one you can see it's come out. It's giving us more indications to sell. It's taking it. But look, it's doing the same thing here now. With this moving average, which is the 200 moving average, it doesn't want to go underneath it. It's stuck here. Look, bounced off that. That would have kind of made me feel a bit funny. I might have, like I said, I wouldn't have done that trade anyway. But if I did, I would have been apprehensive about the trade. And this little signal here, it's a small signal, so that would have been ignored. And this one here is not, it's not above that peak that we showed you before. If we look at the peak, let's have a look. Here is it? Yeah, here's the peak here. This peak here, look, it hasn't come above this peak. Look, it hasn't come above it. So because it hasn't come above the peak, we've got a chance. And then this time here, it pops out and goes down. So that would have been a decent trade. You would have had to wait for it, but it would have been a decent trade. Anyway, I'm going to stop it here. We're going to start again some other time because I didn't even catch a trade today. Let's just have a look before we stop. Let's just see whether it trended or if it's still going up or not. Look at that. See how it's dropped right down out. Do you see that? Do you see that? It's dropped right out from that area that we said. It just popped right out, and that's why I don't like staying in it that long. Anyway, until next time, we'll talk again.